Hi, this is Sherry from the blog OurLifeHomeschooling.com, where I share homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, what life skills should be taught at home? If you're new to my channel, my name is Sherry. I am a homeschooling mom to 9 kids with 1 more on the way, due in a week and a half. We are so excited to meet this little one. I am married to my high school sweetheart. I'm a former public school teacher turned homeschool mom. This is our 13th year homeschooling. I love encouraging other moms on my YouTube channel and on the blog OurLifeHomeschooling.com. Would you do me a favor? If you like the content that you see in this video, would you please like and subscribe? That shows YouTube that this is the kind of material that you would like to see more of. What life skills should be taught at home? This is going to look differently for every family because each family values different things. Each husband and wife makes up different personalities. You have different gifts and different things that are important to you. Each family has its own flavor. Think about what kinds of things you want to pass down to the next generation. Homeschooling is not just about academics. It's also about a preparation for life. And the great thing about homeschooling is that we have a lot of time on our side. We have time not just for the book work, the academic work, but time to spend on some of these important life skills. My purpose in this video is to give you a brief overview of some categories of life skills that you can teach your kids, and then for you to determine what is important to you. I'd like this to be a launching point for you to kind of gather information and just decide what life skills you want to pass down to your kids and what you want to focus on. If you would like something a little bit more specific, on the blog, I wrote a post titled 50 Life Skills That Should Be Taught at Home. It goes into a lot more detail. So if you are looking for something more or looking for a list or something that you can just refer to and come back to several times for things to work on, that would be a great place for you to start. The first category I have is cooking. Cooking is such a valuable thing to teach your kids, and the great thing about homeschooling is that our kids are usually home with us for 3 meals a day, so they're there for a lot of the food prep. And I know in our family, this has almost just been passed down naturally because they're always here. So of course I've spent some time teaching my kids different things, but a lot of things they've just picked up because they're always here for the meal prep and the cleanup. So it comes a little bit more naturally. Some great things to teach the kids would be to get out your recipes and meal plan together. Make a grocery list. Look at what you have in the cabinet and in the refrigerator and what you plan to make for that week, and have them help you write your grocery list. And then take them with you grocery shopping. Let them learn how to comparison shop. Give them a calculator to figure out and see how close they come to the actual total. Or you can teach them rounding skills and have them round everything up to the next dollar and mentally tabulate it and make it like a little game. Going grocery shopping helps them learn where things are in the grocery store and how the whole process works. You can teach them how to make change from $1, $5, $10, $20. After grocery shopping, you can get out the recipe that you're going to make for that evening and just show them some of the basic terms. Show them how a recipe card is set up with the ingredients first. This is a great time to go over measurement. Show them what different terms mean on a recipe. And then let them have opportunities to make a meal from start to finish, including the cleanup. Cooking is chemistry, and there is so much that can be learned about how different mixtures react together and what different substances will do when they're heated or cooled. There is so much that kids can learn from cooking with you in the kitchen. It's also great to teach them basic skills, like how to crack an egg, how to use a can opener, peeling vegetables, making rice, oatmeal, checking the temperature of meat to make sure it's done. These are just simple, normal things that we do every day in the kitchen, but it's great for them to have a basic understanding of these. The second category is cleaning and organization. One of the most important skills I think kids can learn in cleaning is how to wash the dishes, and this can start even when they're toddlers. When they're very little, sometimes I'll just get my little ones a dishpan of soap and just put some dishes in there, usually plastic, and just let them go to town, and that will keep them occupied. But kids should learn how to wash dishes, hand wash dishes, hand dry, put away, as well as loading and unloading a dishwasher. Teaching them to follow a schedule for cleaning, I think, is something that's really valuable, especially for kids. Kids tend to be too immature to understand the concept of the daily work that needs to happen in a home to keep things in order. They tend to operate in this mode where things are really messy. Okay, we'll do a big cleanup and then it'll be clean, and then we just won't do anything. Whereas it's easier to keep things clean if you just follow a little schedule every day, do a little bit every day, and clean up after yourself as you're going along. So chore charts can be a great way to help them adjust and learn about the daily cleaning that needs to happen in a home to keep it in order. Cleaning floors, learning how to vacuum, sweep, and mop a floor. They can learn how to clean a bathroom, cleaning the toilet from top to bottom. I always tell my kids, you clean it from top to bottom. Wiping down the sink, emptying the trash can in the bathroom. Polishing windows and glass surfaces is another thing for them to learn. You can give them a bottle of vinegar water, a spray bottle, and an old newspaper, and tell them just to keep wiping until it's squeaky clean and you can't see any more fingerprints. You can show them how to dust, how to organize a closet or drawer. Organizing is something that some kids just get it naturally and other kids have to work to improve it. But it's a good sorting skill and decision-making skill, deciding what to give away, what to throw away, what goes together and what does not go together. The next would be hygiene. This, I think, seems really obvious that kids should learn this. But if you have kids, you know that kids are naturally not clean. It takes work for them to appreciate cleanliness. Ever since the time our kids are 3 years old, we ask them to do 3 things when they get up: get dressed, make their bed, and brush their teeth. And this is something we instill in them to do every day before they come down for breakfast. And it still surprises me how some of my little kids, or how some of my middle kids, will come down the steps before breakfast and act as if they've never heard this before. I don't know if it's like that in your house, but it's like that in our house sometimes. But just understanding the concept of taking care of yourself every day is something that is learned by habit. Learning to make your bed every day is something that helps set you up for success. If you walk in a room and the bed's made, it seems like half the work is done. So this is just one simple thing they can do every day. Shower, dress, deodorant, brushing and flossing their teeth. Learning to do their own laundry is so important for kids before they leave the house. My sister is a high-ranking officer in the Air Force, and she has told me many times that they have new recruits come in who just don't know simple hygiene, don't know how to grocery shop, don't know about how to do their own laundry, and they almost have to teach them some of these basic things. And I think when you see stuff like that, it makes you realize how important it is to be instilling these habits at home. They can learn how to wash, dry, and fold their own laundry, how to keep their drawers neat, show them how to hang their clothes in a closet all facing the same way, how to iron a shirt, how to match socks. You can also remind them that their bed linens need to be washed every so often. These are just things that kids are not going to think of on their own. Another area under hygiene would be just natural health, giving them an understanding of the importance of taking vitamins, of exercise, of eating healthy, how this I think Benjamin Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Just showing them that taking care of themselves is going to help them stay healthy. Another category is time management. I think this would be something that maybe you'd have to wait until middle school or high school to teach your kids. But just as they get older, we like to give our kids a planner and let them learn how to manage their own time, write down their own sports practices, sports games, appointments. As they get even older, learning to write down their schedule when they're working. They can also learn how to schedule their own routine appointments. They can call in their doctor appointments, their dentist appointments. Learn how to show up on time. Time management is such a valuable thing for them to learn. Finance. Learning to budget and manage your money is another one I have on my list. I did a poll on Instagram and Facebook and asked everyone what life skills should be taught at home. And this is one that I had several people respond that they think that teaching kids how to handle money is really important. And I couldn't agree more. Helping them to open a bank account and keep track of a ledger, write checks, make a budget for themselves. As soon as they start working, they can learn about saving and spending and tithing, giving. When they get a job, you can sit beside them and teach them how to file their income tax return, manage a bank account, calculate a tip. Also with finance, I would include entrepreneurship. Maybe there are ways that they can make money even before they're 16 and old enough to work somewhere. Mowing a lawn, having a bake sale, a lemonade stand, selling items online. Just instilling in them that idea of being productive and earning an income, because this is something they're going to have to be doing to provide for themselves all their life. The next category is communication. This seems obvious as well, but do your kids, when they're talking to someone, do they look them in the eye? Looking someone in the eye when you're communicating is going to give you an advantage. This is especially important when preparing for a job interview. You can show your kids how to go and ask for job applications, how to fill out those applications. You can role play how to act in an interview, and this is where looking someone in the eye comes in is really important. Teenagers are great at texting and email, but I have found with our teenagers that calling someone on the phone for a specific reason seems overwhelming to them. They're not part of that generation. So just some practicing calling someone on the phone, stating, your name and the reason of your call. This is all good practice. The next category is home maintenance. And I'm going to start with taking care of appliances. This is something that I think kids would not think of. Many adults enter the adult world and don't realize that you need to change your furnace filter and put salt in your water softener. If your vacuum is not working, it might just be that it's full. You need to empty it. These are things that kids wouldn't think of unless they are used to seeing you regularly take care of your appliances. Cleaning an oven, unclogging a drain and using a plunger. Learning how to fix simple things around the house by looking it up on YouTube. Instead of just going out and buying something new whenever it breaks, maybe you can learn how to fix it. And there's so many videos on YouTube that they can, challenge them to, find answers for themselves. Outdoor maintenance. Think of the things that need to be done around your house. I know for us, this includes mowing the lawn, trimming the shrubs and bushes, raking the leaves in the fall, weed whacking, vehicle maintenance. As kids start driving, this is really important for them to know how to fill a car with gas, how to change the oil. You can teach them how to jump a car with jumper cables if they're ever in the event where they're on the side of the road. Give them the job of cleaning the car from inside and outside. Hand washing the outside, taking a vacuum and vacuuming it out.
Next is survival or homesteading skills.
Sewing. Sewing is a great skill to learn. It's not something everyone's going to take to, but just knowing how to sew on a button, how to use a sewing machine, how to upcycle clothes. This is something that's really handy to have. And again, some kids are going to take to it more than others. One survival skill that's really important to our family is learning how to grow and preserve your own food. Around here, we have a huge garden. Our kids are involved in every part of the garden, from the planting, from hoeing, watering, weeding, and harvesting, and all the food prep that goes along with that. Canning, we can and freeze food. And I think it's great for them to learn where your food comes from. We also have animals, just chickens and pigs, so they are involved in feeding them, collecting the eggs. They know that, the meat in our freezer, we all worked together to provide for each other. It's just a really great feeling to understand where your food comes from and to feel like you all contributed to it. The last category that I have is service or others. This maybe is not one that people would naturally think of as a life skill, but learning how to be a good neighbor, how to think of other people, when someone is sick, taking them a meal, learning to think outside of yourself and to the needs of others is something that will be an advantage to them. Giving them opportunities to serve at a food bank or a shelter, taking them to the nursing home and letting them see other people that have a different lifestyle and are not able to care for themselves. Having them think outside of their world and their life and to see how other people live and how they can give and serve others is a great life skill for kids. I hope this has been a great launching point for you to think of some of the things that you want to pass down to your kids.
I want to pop on here real quickly to just say that I would like to hear from you. Tell me what life skills you think are important to teach kids. Leave a comment below.
Thanks for listening in. Have a great day.